Okay, it's 12:05. Cracked the can. I've just had my first failure of the battery. I don't know whether I've lost that clip. What I've noticed in the past is that usually the first failure of the clip doesn't actually go to the ether, because the batteries are, the camera senses there's low power, so it cuts itself off early, whereas the next clips from now on, if it happens again, I'll lose the clip. So I don't know how long these batteries have got extra power in or something, but I'll just finish off the story, the Andes story, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll keep the things in my pocket, I'll keep the batteries warm, and I'll get a bit more juice out of them if I keep them in my pocket next to my ball sack, sort of, basically, and that'll keep them warm. 36 degrees or whatever, nicely roasted. And anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the dying battery power. His name was Andes because I was saying Andes, and I was trying to get him to explain, because he kept saying, no, that's not how you say it, but he never explained how it should be said. You know, oh, you got to pronounce the A. Well, I knew the A had to be pronounced like a U because it's like a German sort of sounding thing, but he never explained that S at the end of a word is pronounced like an SH. And it was only when I was watching a one of these Swedish detective thingy-majiggies movies on SBS years later, probably, yeah, well, 20 years later, the penny finally dropped. But I'm thinking, that's his name. Everyone must have been asking him that question, you know, and he kept saying, no, let's try again, sort of thing. So, you know, it's half a one, and you know, I'm thinking, well, you know, that's your name. Everyone's going to be asking you how to pronounce your name properly. Surely you'd get into teacher mode. You think, oh, this is the best way, or you'd get experience of how to tell someone how to pronounce your name correctly. But no. And I'm thinking, yes, that's a really good, important point. You know, some people are marked out in life as teachers, others are marked out as explorers and doers and things like that. But surely, using the power of science, we should be able to cross over from one to the other, you know. And I thought, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to name a chapter in English that gives you the pronunciation of how it should be pronounced in Swedish as best I can, and tell the whole world how to pronounce his name. And I'm thinking, yes, that's the power of science, and the power of music, you know, musical endeavour, which to me, music to me is a science and not just an art. There's a scientific aspect to music, and it's to do with the two hemispheres of the brain, and you know, and I might be able to explain some of that to do with the eyes and the two hemispheres of the brain, you know, and people with left-handedness and things like that are usually better at music. You know, Leonardo da Vinci was supposed to be very good at music, but none of it apparently survived. Apparently he was the first person to invent true photography via the Turin Shroud. That image on the Turin Shroud is apparently supposed to be Leonardo da Vinci. So he's probably actually the father of modern day photography. And that does seem to fit in with everything, because he was absolutely paranoid that his legacy was not going to last. So you know, on his I think it had about 10,000 pages. I think we've got about 3,000 of them have survived. I think Her Majesty's got the most of them. So yeah. But anyway, I just thought that would be my way of showing the world that you can do things like this. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? You know, none of us survive. You might as well, your legacy should be a way of teaching the world something that touches everybody, you know. And so if I can tell the whole world how to pronounce his name correctly, the way he should have been able to tell me, so I got it right, you know, second or third or fourth time, you know. No, the S at the end of the word is pronounced like an SH, as you pronounce SH in English, sort of thing. And then the penny would have dropped, but he never said anything like that. And so I thought, well, yes, it's a good philosophical argument, and worthy of a chapter in my thesis, I thought, because I'm going to expand it out, of course. It's not just going to be, you know, tidal like that. But I'm going to lead it on to other things, and you know, it'll be a rollicking good tale. You've got most of it here, I think, of the tale, of the anecdote. But yeah, Donnie and I, we came down to this bit. They said we were coming down, you know, during the wet sort of thing, so all this scrubby stuff up here was more verdant, and of course you can see all the dead fern there. See all that brown in there? This fern that gets knocked down. Of course that was all growing back, so you know, you had all this serpentinic fern, you know, all around here, and all this moss down here was, you know, all this hypnin moss. It was all green sort of thing. So anyway, it's probably good to start a new clip from here, because this is the crossover point.